Okay, so this is the symbol for the World Health Organization. So the World Health Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for global public health. It is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and has 6 regional offices and 150 field offices worldwide. So the World Health Organization sort of got the spotlight during the pandemic because they were sort of leading the charge on like the protocol and what to do and what not to do. So I want to break down this symbol here. So firstly, I guess I'll start with this here, this wreath. So the many coronas of ancient Roman society. The laurel wreath has endured for millennia, and the public imagination is one of the defining symbols of ancient Rome. So here's an image of a laurel wreath, and they're associating it with corona because corona is the crown, and this is a sort of symbolic crown. So that's significant because, again, during the pandemic, they led the charge, and it was centered around the corona virus. So there's your corona, laurel wreath, crown, and then we have this, I don't know, what do they call it? It's a spike, and then here's a snake. I mean, you want to call it a rod, and then here's a snake going around this rod. To me, that's just a symbolic, I don't know, what's it called if you personify something, if you anify something. They've taken an RNA strand, and they're showing it as a snake. And that's significant again. It plays in with the corona, the laurel wreath, the coronavirus, because of all the virus genetic material called RNA. Only a tiny portion has instructions on how to make the spike proteins. These instructions are transcribed onto a strand of messenger RNA, mRNA. For the vaccine, this genetic material, mRNA, is put into a protective lipid oil shell. So here's this spike protein, and a spike protein is created on account of RNA. So RNA, symbolized by this snake, contains the instructions on how to make this spike protein. And then what else does it say? It's put in a protective lipid oil shell. So here it is in the lipid oil shell. So then I'm going to use these symbols here and show you what, and I'm going to make this symbol. Okay, so this right here, this is a petri dish, and I guess they just put like, I don't know, whatever the bacteria's food is, in like certain places, so the bacteria will grow there. So it's sort of like mimicking Earth. So that's a petri dish. So then let's take some RNA. Right, RNA strand with your snake. Put it on top of that. And that again is the instructions on how to make a spike protein. That's what that's an image of. So then we'll just put that right in the middle there. And that's the snake wrapping around it. Oh, I forgot. On the outside, we gotta have our corona, our laurel wreath. There you go. That's the World Health Organization symbol. Laurel wreath, crown, corona, snake, RNA strand. What do they say? A talking snake in Genesis. Talking snake. The message that was delivering the message. Messenger, mRNA. It contains instructions on how to make a spike protein. See, I'm getting off topic here. I was just gonna break down this symbol and try not to give my own thoughts on biblical interpretation. But yeah, Genesis, I don't see Genesis the way that most people do. But yeah, this is the spike protein. That's the RNA strand. The RNA strand again contains the instructions on how to make the spike protein. And then I guess that's the coronavirus, because that's what the crown is right here, right? So the whole World Health Organization uses the coronavirus as their symbol. And then even that, like, coronavirus, what actually is that? We know it escaped from a lab, right? Are they saying that yet? Is it like an official story? And even when I say that, I'm not being serious. I'm satire. Escape from a lab, escape from the abyss. It's the same story. It's just being spoken of through like a science filter. So they're saying it escaped from a lab instead of the abyss. The abyss would be like the biblical filter. You get what I'm saying?